In a world with way too many podcasts comes Joplin and this guy, the podcast to end all podcasts. With some pieced together recording equipment, a couple loosely informed topics, and a coin, these three friends set out to forever change the next hour of your life.
Joplin and this guy is solely for entertainment purposes. Joseph, Eric, and Morgan are not professional researchers, investigators, or gynecologists. Not suitable for children.
Welcome to Joplin and this guy. I'm Eric.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Morgan.
For those of you who don't know, in this show, we will talk shit, we will cover a topic, and we'll have fun doing it. Oh, yeah, we also have a coin flip to determine the topic. All right, I explained the episode in less than 12 minutes.
Great job.
Good job, Eric. Gold star.
How you guys been doing this week? JoJo?
I've been really enjoying doing the rideshare thing, getting a lot of satisfaction out of that. College is back in, so there's college students like nonstop. You know, anytime I want to like a little short ride, you know, they're always there.
Yeah.
Are you doing both Lyft and Uber?
I am.
Can we mention that? Yeah, we can mention that. Fuck them. We're not
doing
plugging
both.
it.
Mostly Lyft, though, because they've been offering me better deals. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
I had a wonderful date with my wonderful girlfriend.
That is debatable.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend. It's my girlfriend.
Moose and squirrel.
Girls.
Girls.
You still...
Yeah, she gave me a back rub and played guitar for me.
Shit.
Top
Nice.
that shit. That
You
was
still
fucking
got
amazing.
that blood stain she left in the back of your vehicle?
I do, yeah. No one's mentioned it. Did I tell you that?
I did
You
not
look
hear about
confused.
this. Yeah, I'm really confused.
I think we mentioned it last week.
Did you guys talk about it in the episode? I heard something about a Walmart parking lot surgery.
We went to a Walmart parking lot and got a surgery.
I didn't
And
remember
she
hearing
bled
the
all
blood
over the back
stain.
of the truck, yeah.
So he's been doing these ride shares and this. I told him he should do a little chalk outline around.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Okay.
And then we missed. Morgan wasn't even fucking here last week.
No, I had COVID for every second of 10 days. Every single second of it. Even at the day after I got off quarantine, I got up to get ready for work and took a shower and put on my clothes. And I sat down to put my boots on. And I was like, fuck, that was a lot of work. Like, Jesus.
I was still harassing you about making videos for social media. He's like delirious from a fever, and I'm like, hey guys, I need those vids.
Yeah. Come on, Morgan, play on the sympathy. Yeah. That was a pretty rough experience. I know, Eric, you had it earlier last year. Joseph hasn't had the privilege yet. I tried to bring it up here, but I'm through with it.
When you got a hold of me and Annie, I was a little worried about it sounded like you were
oxygen.
getting close to pneumonia, and that's, a big problem with COVID, but thankfully you pulled through.
Yeah, it was that was probably the scariest part of it. Well, no, the hallucination was scary. The breathing part, I wasn't sure, and then I got that monitor in and was able to check, and it was like 92, and you want your oxygen at like 99 to 100.
Yeah.
And I know they said the doctor told me if it got below 95 that I needed to go to the ER. So it's at 92. And I'm like, fuck, let me see what Annie says.
Yeah.
Dude, ER is like a death trap.
Right.
I pick people up from Lexington Medical Center, and it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I bet. You should have this makeshift window that you roll up when you...
Lyft does sell like a divider you can put between the front and back seat.
Nice. With like drilled holes in it.
No holes.
No holes.
No holes. You just rely on the oxygen that's back there till the ride's over.
Make hand signals.
No glory holes in the ride chair. I already got a blood stain back there. Let's keep this clean.
Oh, God. Eric?
Yeah, I, for the life of me, can't think of anything that sticks out in the last week. Podcast stuff, man.
Great.
Just doing podcast stuff.
Nice.
They're bringing back the pumpkin spice stuff I saw in the store today. Is that exciting for you?
A little bit.
I know you're a fan.
Yeah. I attacked my friend Rebecca because she said that apple was the flavor of fall. And I said, you shut your dirty little mouth. I didn't say that. But I was reminded today that we're going to see Mark Rebillet. I think that's how it's pronounced. I've sent you all his videos. He's the guy that's
the guy that plays the keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, and he builds all those songs himself with just a mixer board and a piano. And he ad-libs the songs on the spot. So we'll be going to see him in November. I'm really excited about him.
That's badass.
I started listening to his music because he builds it layer by layer. So it's kind of got like a rave techno feel about the loop, the constant loop of the music, but it's way better music than that. You know, there's no like
than house music.
Yeah, than house music. But I started listening to that during my ketamine treatments, and it really like the music.
His music.
Yeah, his music. And the humor will, you know, that enhances it, but also just listening to the music just helps me feel like kind of in a zen place when I leave there.
Hell yeah.
We all caught up.
Yeah.
We are doing a coin flip this week.
Yeah.
Right.
Just starting to bring up the energy. I just noticed my energy was real low. Yeah.
All right, let's get some clapping. Just sucking trail mix out of his teeth.
I know I shouldn't have ate that trail mix.
Was it tasty?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
100% COVID.
I eat a lot of nuts when I'm driving around.
I bet.
So who's going to call this beast? Who wants to call it?
Tails.
Oh Jesus.
Cool.
Oh fuck, it's Tails. Check that out.
How about that
Tails.
shit? Oh
Boom.
yeah, it's tails. An eagle is somehow tails.
Joseph,
I guess
Because it's not a
default.
head.
Yeah.
Joseph knows magic. He
does.
wins a lot of.
He's the
fucking-
prophet of West Columbia.
Oh yeah, he is. Made me drop my religion.
Start following him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of following, if you're on Clapper,
Follow our content. Like it. Subscribe.
Like
Make
and
some kind of comment that
subscribe.
indicates that you're out there so that we know you're out there.
Yeah.
We get lonely.
We're a little bit more than halfway to them recognizing that we're a content creator.
hell yeah,
And then we get like a car or something.
No. Then you get
a star with a check mark in it.
20,000 followers, and that's when you can start monetizing. There's other ways too.
Damn, that's
you
a
can,
lot.
You can get 3 people to like email the Clapper whatever administration to say that they're a supporter of yours and that they want you to be verified, and you can go through it that route too. The way that I run it, because, you know, I've got more time, so I'm the one throwing the videos up and stuff. I do a lot of communication with other people and really try to I'm trying to build a network of not faceless TikTokers, but people that we actually communicate back and forth. The Big Widower, we did a commercial for him. He loved it, which I loved.
He loved it.
That
yeah.
he loved it. Yeah.
Dude, I saw his comment on Facebook that he was laughing his ass off at the episode.
Yeah.
And he really loved
Yeah.
it. He's out here making widows daily or something like that.
Dropping widows on the streets.
That's great.
Grandma's making widows of wives and cleaning the streets of cold-hearted killers. He has vowed to clean up the city by Christmas.
Word. Well, Joseph, you want to give us a little taste of what that topic is?
Yeah, my topic covers this event which happened in Joplin, Missouri in 2011, I believe.
Was it a tornado?
EF5 tornado
Hell
that
yeah.
hit Joplin, and the odd events surrounding that, mostly pseudo paranormal stuff.
I did not know that was a thing.
The town of Joplin, like Janis Joplin.
Like Janis Joplin.
Okay.
It's like Southwest Missouri.
There
right
were
near
a-
the border.
There were a lot of tornadoes that season.
I think so, yeah.
Big ones, yeah.
Yeah, EF5s are like unusual tornadoes.
Yeah,
because they're
that's
like
the biggest.
biggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 200-mile-an-hour wind.
Oh, man, I'm excited to hear about this.
Yeah. Have y'all noticed, look, kind of related, that hurricane is hitting like almost exactly where
Brandy told me something about it, and I didn't even know it was a thing.
Katrina?
Where Katrina hit. Very
Oh,
close.
shit.
Yeah, very close.
Wow.
Disinterested, wow.
Wow, really?
That's just the part of the deal when you live in New Orleans, I guess, and Florida.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed one a season.
But hurricanes are not tornadoes.
No.
No. Hurricanes have tornadoes.
They consist of tornadoes.
All right. Well, let's take a break and we'll throw in some kind of bullshit for y'all to laugh at.
It'd be something.
Or cry about.
It will be something.
Morgan Woods splitting service. Everyone's looking for firewood this winter.
Winter is coming, Jon Snow.
Drunken nights by the bonfire.
Well, here's a sad but related story. I know a guy that got a little too drunk by a bonfire. He tripped and fell in and burnt 3/4 of his body. Sad story.
Okay, that was depressing. We find random trees falling on the side of the road. We cut them down and split them up. They could be full of bugs. They could be growing mold and mildew. We don't know, and we're not concerned with it. Tell them what else we split.
We split hairs. That's right, we think we're right about everything, and we will argue every single point until you think you're the one that's fucking crazy. We are some nitpicking assholes.
We also split the bill. That's right, you fucking losers. I'm not paying for your fucking tofu salad, bitch.
Fucking A, we split up families, motherfuckers. You thought you were happy and everything was going great, didn't you? Fuck that.
I'll split your wife's little cooch in half, you fucking cuck. She's still on my head.
Welcome to Splitsville, bitches. So call now. Operators are splitting calls.
And we are back from the best thing you've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. Or the worst. No, the best.
It's the best. It's the
okay,
best.
it's the
Okay,
best.
it's the
All right.
best.
Joseph.
Joseph's got a hot topic.
Hot topic.
I do. I titled this one, like most people who titled this topic, The Butterfly People of Joplin, Missouri. Joplin, Missouri.
I've never heard of the butterfly people of Joplin, Missouri.
Well,
Now I
you're
have.
Gonna,
Yeah.
now you're going to hear about it.
And it has something to do with a tornado.
So let me get started here. All right. In Sunday, May 22nd, in 2011, in Joplin, Missouri, they'd been having, it's like tornado season, and they'd been having false tornado reports, I guess, which I guess is a thing that occurs sometimes when the data indicates there could be or very likely to be or should be a tornado, and then there isn't a tornado.
Really?
Right.
And so that kind of lulls people into like a false sense of security, and they start ignoring.
Like Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then you end up with EF5 tornado that shows up, and maybe a lot of people caught not totally prepared. Because this is Missouri. People are like, tornadoes are like a part of life there.
Right.
So people have basements. They have like those structures that are like bolted to the ground that they get inside of during a tornado and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just part of living there. So anyway, the ZF5 tornado comes, and it's at 5:41 p.m. on a Sunday. This thing is, it's a mile wide.
Wow.
Disinterested, wow.
Wow, really?
It cuts a strip 13 miles long right through Joplin, and it's a multiple vortex tornado. So it lasted like 38 minutes.
So that means there's like more than one cyclone inside of it, or yeah?
Yeah, there's more than one funnel on it.
Wow.
Well, I hope that Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt got that little fucking device in the right place.
Those fucking flying balls that go up into the...
They're like the snitches from Harry Potter.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, which one? The devices from Harry Potter or Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton?
Both. Are they not related?
No.
Well,
who's Bill Paxton?
He's an actor.
It was the movie Twister.
Have you seen that?
When I was a teenager, it was
you haven't seen it. Oh, okay.
That was like a big blockbuster movie when I was, we were young teenagers.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize to Bill Paxton. Talk
I
to
think
your PR
he's
guy.
dead. I think he died.
He's not dead.
He's not?
He
Bill
should
Paxton?
really talk to his PR guy then.
You're checking?
I'm Googling.
Okay.
Killed him
All
last
right.
week.
I'm listening, Joseph, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. This tornado leveled up about 1/3 of Joplin. It killed 161 people. There were about 1,300 injuries, about $3 billion worth of damage. Over 900 homes were gone, including commercial properties. Probably like 1,000 commercial properties, I think is what it was. It's considered the deadliest and costliest in U.S. history.
Damn.
Can
There's an update from Eric.
Yeah, can I interject?
Yes.
Bill Paxton died on February 25th, 2017, after suffering a fatal stroke following heart surgery. He was 61.
I did not know that he fucking died. Wow.
Yeah.
Because he was in that other movie about the alien abduction, wasn't he? Something in the sky.
Fire in the
Fire
sky.
in the
Fire in the
Sky?
sky?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, I haven't seen that either.
Holy shit. No, I'm very surprised you haven't seen that.
Yeah, because it's like a
Sounds like something I'd be into.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And back to the show.
All right. So some of the other damage that occurred there was a company called Risk Management Plan, and they had a facility near there that spilled like 3,000 to 5,000 pounds of anhydrous ammonia, which
Oh,
I believe
shit.
is like an acid or something.
Yeah, they used that at the nuclear plant in the batch plant. They used it. It was something like keeping the wet concrete wet. I think it was to keep it cold so it would stay wet or something.
Oh, okay.
And when they started using it, we had to move the crew that I was on. We had like a lay down yard where we would meet up in the morning and stuff. And we had to move it because we were too close to the ammonia, to the anhydrous ammonia.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you called it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if we breathed it in, we would be dead already. You know, it was already too late. If we could smell it, it was too late. Was how they put it to us.
That's a good way to go.
How do we know we need to move it? It's like all these people just falling out.
Whoa, I guess you guys are too close.
And then there was a circus in town called the Piccadilly Circus,
Of course.
and they were supposed to do their circus thing.
Fucking clowns flying through the air. Oh, shit.
The first image I had was a clown on one of those bikes that's got a huge front wheel.
Oh, that's great.
So the circus, I don't think the circus suffered any losses. But I just thought
Okay.
this part was interesting. The circus pitched in with the recovery effort after the tornado. They enlisted their 2 large adult elephants to help drag debris and cars and stuff out
Oh,
of the
that's
way.
badass.
I thought that was
Nice.
a heartwarming thing.
That is, yeah.
Oh, slavery.
And then I guess also during the cleanup, a policeman was struck and killed by lightning while he was helping to, manage the situation.
Jesus.
And then 5 people were killed by an outbreak of Here we go with the words.
Oh, yeah.
Mucormycosis.
Oh, nobody knows what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Mucormycosis.
Mucormycosis.
McCormick. Anyway,
Do you know what it is?
no, I didn't look it up.
Oh, shit.
There's the word, though, if you want to look it up.
Black fungus is what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that would make sense because this is like after the event. These are like related damage.
Oh, like a black fungus started to grow?
Yeah, because the power was out in a lot of the city. The water systems were down, communications were down. Like cell towers were destroyed.
Yeah.
St. John's Hospital was hit, killing 6 people. 5 of them died due to power loss. I guess because the backup generators maybe weren't working, or maybe so much of the building was destroyed they just couldn't really get the backup generators to be involved.
They really are passionate about running electricity.
Yeah, the ventilators, I guess,
They just started, offing themselves.
I think without ventilators, you have to have someone do it by hand or something.
Yeah, like manually.
Jesus.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing that every time somebody breathes, squeezing like a bubble or whatever? Go.
Oh, I've never liked the Heimlich. Fucking thinking about doing that. Or not the Heimlich. The what do you call
CPR?
it? CPR. My hot breath into somebody's body. Oh,
I just watched this the second Jumanji movie.
yeah.
Landon wanted to watch it for his birthday thing last night.
Yeah.
And Jack Black got over Nick Jonas and like breathed into, like gave him CPR. And I was just watching, like, I wonder what this was like when they were like on set filming it.
yeah.
Like, how many jokes were fucking made?
Yeah.
How long did it take them to get this fucking scene done?
Did they even do it? Was it like
Doubles
Yeah,
or
like,
dummies or something?
CGI? Where you just
Yeah, you can
get
do
one
that
person
now,
laying
right?
down, one person over them, and just lay them on top of each other.
That sounded gross.
Okay, 54% of the deaths were in the residences. 32% died in the non-residential areas, and 14% of the deaths were outdoors or in vehicles. 944 pets were rescued, and 292 were reunited. The whole city got kind of fucked up over this. So this woman, Sharon, it was a nurse working for the Red Cross,
Sharon Tate.
Sharon Wilson.
Marky got with Sharon. Sharon got Sharice. She was sharing Sharon's outlook on the topic of disease. Mikey had a facial scar and Bobby was a racist. They were all in love with dying. They were doing it in Texas.
She was working for the Red Cross.
Wegquas.
She was walking
oh,
for
that's
the
your
Red
German
Cross.
accent.
Fucking A.
She was working for the Iron Cross.
No, she was working for the Red Cross, and she began overhearing like kids and parents and stuff discussing their children having seen angels, or what were described by the children as butterfly people. Sometimes they were small, like little tiny humanoids with butterfly wings.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were really large. Sometimes they were like normal sized people. Sometimes they were more just like people without wings or whatever, who just appeared where they did not, And with these people would sometimes calm this like calming sensation. And the kids believed that these like, little fairy-like creatures or the angel-like creatures protected them from harm during this event. And they were multiple kids unrelated to each other throughout the event.
Okay.
They were not like all kids hanging out together in one location.
You're not going to get this reference, but Morgan will. It's kind of like those, they're the opposite of those weird creatures that Darkseid sends, those little butterfly creatures in
The Justice League.
Justice
Snyder Cut?
League. Yeah, they're like the opposite of that. Because those were like evil butterflies. These are like good butterflies. There's these weird creatures that look like butterflies, essentially just all
Demons.
Demon
Demony
butterfly.
butterflies.
Check it out.
Wonder Woman.
The Snyder Cut's only like 6 hours long.
It's a long ass movie.
It's
bro.
hard not to have a thing about Wonder Woman as a hetero man.
The I don't know the actress's name that does
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot was like the perfect pick,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
That's what I thought too. Brandy, who I will say looks a lot like Wonder Woman. She went as Wonder Woman for Halloween last year, and it was perfect. It was like a perfect costume for her. I want her to wear that all the time now. But
You better buy her more than one outfit.
she said something about Gal Gadot not being tall. That was her only beef with her. And I was like, yeah, she's fucking tall. Looked it up. She's 5'10". I mean, Brandy's 5'10". So yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, never mind. She's perfect then. I was like, I know.
Hey.
Well,
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Yes.
Gal
Wonder Woman.
Gadot was wasn't she trained in the Israeli army or
Yeah.
something?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Before-
right.
Yeah.
Damn. How'd you know that?
It's
Yeah.
facts I'm
I
pick
guess
up
that's common knowledge.
while I'm laying in my void of nothing, Joseph.
okay. And then there were two.
He snapped. Why'd you snap?
I don't know.
What was this on In Living Color?
Two snaps and a twist. Sorry, Joseph.
I think I snapped because one hand has my notes in it, so I can't slap. Clap. I can't clap.
like throw a snap out there.
Okay,
Sorry,
so these,
butterfly people.
yeah, these two cousins who survived the event, they're named Mason Willard and Lage Grigsby. Mason Willard is a female. She was 10 years old at the time of the event, and Lage was 14 at the time of the event. They were riding in their grandfather's pickup truck. They were in a Home Depot parking lot with, I think, both their grandparents. And the tornado came and threw the vehicle, about 300 feet, it's estimated.
Jesus.
Lage was thrown from the vehicle and suffered a life-threatening head injury. It was so bad that they took him to the morgue. And while he was laying in the morgue, I mean, obviously he's not dead because I'm telling this story. There was a nurse came in.
They thought he was
work.
dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they
he was
thought
laying
he
in
was
there
dead.
as a dead person.
Shit.
And so a nurse who had come into work because that's I guess what nurses do in these situations. They they were like, my kids are safe, and then they go into work and help other people, I assume.
Yeah.
She went down to the morgue and brushed against his arm. And he started screaming, and so got him help. And he's sort of all right. Actually, he would say he's probably in excellent condition considering the situation, because I guess his head was shattered open.
So she was a nurse.
Wow.
She went to work, and her job is in the morgue.
She was in the morgue for some reason. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she went to the morgue, which is where they keep dead bodies, brushed up against one of them, and it screamed. I wonder if she filled her pants with shit. I know. Oh, my God.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it? I'm going to guess nurses are like totally jaded to stuff like that, maybe.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, they go and they like watch people die all the time.
Dude, people's behavior towards nurses, quick tangential.
Here we go.
And we're off on another tangent.
My wife's a nurse, and people kick and hit and spit at nurses. Like people that are not even like, it's not like they're not mentally with it. Yeah. And it's now becoming more of a thing because a lot of times that behavior was just let pass. But now she's like more and more they're calling the cops and making reports because nurses just put up with all kinds of physical abuse. I mean, not every day, but
who's
Annie's
calling the cops? The nurses?
The nurses, yeah. If it's someone who's like lucid and with it and knows what their actions are, they're like, yeah. But good because it's weird to me that had to become a thing. Like, why isn't that always a thing?
Yeah, not hurting the people that are trying to help you.
Yeah, not spitting on your nurse or kicking her or biting her. Yeah.
To add to the tangent, sorry, Joseph.
It's okay.
I've gotten pretty rough with a nurse before. I didn't physically assault her or anything.
I like where this is going.
But it was right after, I had a gunshot wound in my hand from when I was cleaning my gun. I had surgery, and when I came out of surgery, I woke up in recovery, and she wouldn't let me piss. I needed to fucking piss, and she would not let me. She kept telling me it was because I had a catheter in during the surgery.
Was it still in?
No, it wasn't still in. She said, you had a catheter in, so that makes you feel like you have to pee, which I'm not doubting, but I had to fucking pee. And I ended up like getting out of the bed. She was like, you're on, because they had me on ketamine and Dilaudid, but they had me on some drugs for pain and stuff. And I started getting up out of the bed, and she was like, no, you can't get up. You're on too many drugs. I was like, bitch, you don't know how many drugs I've done. Get the fuck out of my way. So I get up and fucking, because she kept trying to pull my dick out and put it in the little urinal jar. And I fucking slapped her hand away, and I was like, don't touch my fucking dick. And I was like getting like aggressive with her without touching her. But I ended up standing up and snatching the fucking urinal thing from her. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Close the curtain. And she fucking went out. And I filled that fucking thing almost all the way up. I was like, I told you I had to fucking piss.
And then threw it in her face.
I wish. I apologized to her a couple hours later.
Yeah, you ruined her fucking day probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so Lage, I don't know if I'm getting his name right. Lage. Anyway, that's what happened with him. Now, Mason, the female who was 10 at the time, after the truck came to a stop, I guess, got thrown across the parking lot, she had been impaled by a 1-inch metal rod that supposedly went through the roof of the truck, in her shoulder, and then out her flank, breaking some of her ribs.
Wow.
And then into the car seat. So she was like not getting out of the truck.
Yeah, it's like a part of the truck now.
Yeah, and she said that while she was in there in the truck, she felt someone touch her shoulder, and she thought it was Lage, and she turned around, and it was, she said 2 angels. She turned and saw 2 angels in robes, one with brown hair, one with blonde hair. I thought it was weird to mention the hair for some reason, but then I was like, I don't know. That's like the first thing I use when I'm describing someone's appearance is their hair color.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
She said it was very calming. Well, I mean, that's just strange enough on its own, right? The grandmother,
especially in that situation.
Yeah, the grandmother suffered no injuries. The grandfather was in the Home Depot, which got hit by the tornado, and he climbed out also unharmed somehow. So that was, that was their story.
The speculation is that the butterfly people
are angels.
Angels are protecting these people from this monstrosity of a tornado.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. And this is one of those things that was bugging me during the research and I've heard this like a lot of times. I'm always like, why are you so self-centered and think that you're the center of this? People often describe throughout the South, we're in the buckle of the Bible Belt. Like everybody thinks they're the fucking buckle of the Bible Belt, whatever the fuck that even means.
Everybody thinks that? Or just in the South?
When they're talking about being in the Bible Belt, they're like, we're at the buckle.
Oh, yeah. Like Georgia is at the buckle. Yeah. South Carolina's at the buckle.
How many buckles does this belt have? So, like, that implies that without your fucking little church of, like, Protestants just making shit up as you go along, the whole system would break down.
Did they say that about Joplin, Missouri, too?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they said
are they even in the Bible Belt? They're not even in the Bible Belt.
They are the buckle of the Bible Belt.
No,
I saw it in
the
my research.
States.
The Bible Belt was like the actual belt was created by a pilgrim. They fucking had buckles on everything. Buckle on the hat.
They did.
Buckle on buckle on the shoes.
Shit. He's right though. They had them on their cuffs.
Yeah. They just buckled the fuck out of everything. Everybody buckle down.
Oh man.
Another thing that was odd was that I found people kind of implied that witnessing angels and witnessing fairies were 2 separately different events. Like witnessing an angel is, that's totally something could happen. Witnessing a fairy was more of like, well, this is like more of a cryptid.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
like saying that fae folk are like mythology more than
angels.
More than angels.
Yeah. They're fucking winged humanoids. Yeah. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure I didn't write this shit down, but I'm pretty sure if you go in the biblical descriptions of angels, you're going to find that they do not look like 6-foot tall Aryans with bird wings. You're going to find that they have like multiple faces and multiple sets of wings. And they're kind of like, like a
dragon,
like an amazing, like a, I don't know, like a possibly horrific or like awesome level event to witness.
This one description is like with the 3 sets of wings, one's like kind of behind the head, one's on the back, and then the other wings are like lower towards the feet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, the descriptions are very alien sounding.
Yeah, they have multiple faces, or they have like mechanics on them and stuff, just weird stuff. So
in the Bible? This is in the Bible?
I believe that's biblical descriptions. Oh. I don't know if that would be in the Bible or by people who
studied theology
and wrote at that time.
Okay.
Which would probably also include Judaism.
In the Bible, there is a description of angels that have 3 sets of wings in very weird places. And I remember the 3-faced angel.
Huh. Old 3-face. That's what they used to call him.
Yeah, old 3-face. But I don't know. I'm just a
Batman's super nemesis.
I'm just a wayward Baptist son who got lost along long life's way. I found a crack pipe and lost the Lord.
Okay, so there was a church that was hit also. This dude, Pastor Weirmuth. Yeah, sounds very German. Said that the church across from Joplin High School, people had gathered there for an evening service, and they went in the basement, which is what you typically do during a tornado. and the walls of the church collapsed in onto the basement. One person died, but the people in the basement said that 6 large men came and lifted the walls up so that the people could climb out from the basement. And then the 6 large men were like, we got to go help dig out other people, and they left. Nobody recognized these men. And I mean, it's like 50,000 people in the town, so, you know, you could easily not recognize people. But when the responders showed up, they questioned, you know, they were like, hey, what happened? How'd you get out, or what the fuck ever? They said like 6 large men, you know, helped us out. They all gave like same descriptions of the men, but the responders were like in disbelief that only 6 men could lift these things to get the people out. So they were implying, I guess, something greater than what 6 men could do.
They were roided out.
They were roided out. That made me think of...
Maybe they were the strongmen from the circus.
I didn't even think about that.
There's like leotards on.
Yes, exactly. And the curly mustache, yeah.
Bald head.
Bald.
Speaking like, they're like Austrian or something.
They carried dumbbells on their back just for the fucking hell of it.
They got weird names like Willem Fred and stuff. Come here, Willem Fred.
I was going to say something about it. I can't remember what it was now.
We tangented it out of you.
You sure did. Okay, this another one. Emily Huddleston. She was an 8th grader. Emily and her mother, Diane, were tossed hundreds of feet in their Suburban, the car or truck. Emily had her thigh impaled by a piece of debris, and they got Emily out of the vehicle and took her to a structure that was safe. And she said that she heard, I believe, a voice, like felt a calming sensation and heard a voice come to her and say, everything is going to be okay. There was nothing about her sighting a person, but during her recovery, she had not heard about the butterfly people. But in the months of her recovery, because she had to learn how to walk again or something, she said that she was met by butterflies. Like butterflies would tend to congregate around her.
Oh, shit.
For the months after the event. And then she heard about the butterfly people stories, and she was like, oh, shit. It's a strange thing.
Annie loves getting tossed and then railed. Heyo!
You know, I was just thinking when you said her leg was impaled.
Yeah.
Impaled, yeah, not railed. God damn it, Eric.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
Just say impaled and we'll fit it in.
Annie loves getting tossed and then impaled.
This guy, when I was in elementary school, we had somebody come speak to the class, and I guess he was talking about tornadoes or something, and he had like a can of beer, which you shouldn't have in an elementary school class. But
Jesus.
It had a fucking straw, like a piece of wheat straw through the can, and the can still had fucking beer in it. And he said that happened in a tornado. The tornado whipped the straw straight through the can, and it was such a tight fit and happened so fast that it just like none of the beer even came out or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this girl's leg being impaled and how fucking fast that shit probably went through her damn leg.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember seeing when I was a kid learning about tornadoes, seeing like playing cards stuck in trees in the sides of houses, you know, just like a regular paper playing card just stuck in there.
When you lived in Missouri?
Yeah, there would be pictures of it, you know, examples of like, this is how crazy it can get, you know, because you don't want kids like thinking it's playtime during the tornado or something.
Yeah.
You know, you want to terrify them.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't behave, tornadoes will come. And if tornadoes show up, it's
What?
because
Wait.
you're bad.
Wait, what? Is that a tactic your parents used?
Is
That's how
that
they
why
raise children in Missouri.
Is that why they sent this guy with beard in elementary school? All right, kids, my name's Randy, and I'm going to teach you about vortexes by chugging all these beers. What do you call it when you do the shotgun? I'm going to shotgun these beers. See, this vortex happens, and it goes into my tummy, and I feel good. Put your hands down. I'm not answering questions, you little piece of shit.
That reminds me, and I don't know if anybody like that I went to grade school with might be listening to this shit, but I seem to recall in grade school us all sitting in the gymnasium and a highway patrolman coming and talking about guns and shooting a gun inside the building. at a Target.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly because I've had a lot of trauma since then.
Oh shit!
But that's the way I remember it.
Jesus.
I would shit my pants in elementary school if somebody walked in and started shooting a gun.
I think it was probably just a 22, or we would have all lost our hearing. I remember us putting our fingers in our ears and everything too.
Wow.
Oh, shit. You imagine now with like the active shooter drills and shit. Jesus.
That was the 70s.
I'm gonna show y'all how to operate a firearm. Everybody stand over there.
All right, who wants to hold the barrel?
You guys shoot an apple off Timmy's head.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm going to put the end of the shotgun on your shoulder. Just stay still.
Yeah, he could be doing that shit where he's like putting the gun on his shoulder, pointing backwards, and then holding up a mirror and trying to aim it.
Who wants to hold this apple?
What does this have to do with tornadoes?
Oh, yeah, we had tornado drills
Yeah.
in school where we
Yeah,
had
in
to
the
Just hold a
hallway?
book
we
over
had to
your head.
open all the windows before we went down to the fallout shelter because we also had the fallout, like the Russians are coming, fallout shelter drills. And then for the fire drill, we'd close all the windows. I don't think it even matters.
Circulation, maybe?
Suffocate
Oxygen.
the fire.
Suffocate?
Yeah.
But it'll blow the glass out.
Here in South Carolina, we didn't have fallout shelters. We went into the hallway and took our thick textbook and stuck it over our head as we sat in the hallway.
Yeah. Pretend that this is going to keep you safe from evisceration, kids.
Yeah, there was a joke back in the day from one of those stand-up comics I used to listen to who was like, what about the ridiculous thing? They had us hiding under a desk for a fallout, like for a nuclear attack, and put like a bag over our head or something.
Yeah.
And the joke was like after you get turned into ash, they could just sweep you into the bag and pack you away neatly.
Oh, that's awful. Dude, you know what else is awful? The fucking the gas mask like baby cradles from World War II.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
so
think
your baby
maybe
could be
World War
safe.
One,
yeah,
yeah.
from mustard gas or whatever.
That is fucking morbid. That's
Some
dark.
morbid shit. All right.
Someone
Butterfly people. Oh, sorry.
Someone tried to trade one of those in on Pawn Stars, and the guy was like, "I don't want anything to do with this, man. It's just creepy."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
They didn't even want it.
I think Rick was like, "It's just got a weird."
Best I can do is get it out of here.
I don't like that show.
Oh, man, I used to love it.
I was watching it for a little bit the other day in a waiting room at Ricky's Tire and Auto, best tire and auto place in West Columbia. And he's a good guy. And I was watching, I was just like annoyed as fuck with these people. They're just like dudes coming. I don't know. It's just the whole beating people down on the price. And it's like, just say what the fucking price is and let's move on. Why do we have to lie? We're both now lying about the price.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, dude, it's going to take up space. It's like this little tiny postcard. It's going to take up space. I got to get a frame for it. By the time all that's done, it's like $2,000, you know? So,
Yeah, they just fucking brutalize the
Yeah.
people. And some of the people I'm like glad are just like, yeah, you know what? I'm going somewhere else.
yeah.
I guess if you're not smoking crack, you can go somewhere else. All right.
If you're smoking crack, you're not at fucking that pawn shop.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just give me $20 for it, man. It's a gas mask for a baby. Shit. Where you going to find this?
Cool as fuck, man.
All right. So back to the thing,
Yeah.
maybe.
What were
Let's
we
see if we
saying
can find our
about
way
our
back.
audience getting lost?
All right. So during this event, there was also a mother and a 4-year-old daughter. They fled the vehicle as tornado approached, and they found a low spot on the ground to hide out, which is what you're supposed to do if you're caught outside. You're supposed to find a low spot to lay and like get yourself as like reduce your wind resistance as much as you can, so you don't just get picked up and thrown into the air.
Oh,
yeah, that is a thing, like laying in ditches.
Right, yeah. Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. They went into the ditch and up under the bridge.
Yeah. The cow, really?
Cow
Never
was
saw
like,
that? The cow, yeah, was
yeah.
like flying around.
No.
Someone said, "We have cows."
It's a
So
thing.
stupid.
Yeah.
God, that sounds stupid. They spent a lot of money on that probably too.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a dumb
They
idea
put
for a movie.
they put angry animal noises in the tornado, like lions growling and shit like that, to make it villainize it, kind of, you know.
Oh, okay. They say it sounds like a train.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. Annie, we had when we were younger, a tornado came through Friarsgate when Annie and I were both living in the neighborhood. A tree fell on our house, like my family's house, but didn't cause much damage. But she said she remembers it going by, and it sounded like it sounded like I was kneeling next to a train track. Like it was really scary because of just the loud rattling of it.
They told us that as kids, and I would be listening for the choo choo.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, choo choo, you're a bossy boiler. There's a reference. Do y'all get that reference? The bossy boiler reference from Thomas the Tank Engine. That was the insult they would use. You're a bossy boiler.
Yeah, okay.
I remember when people used to get my references. It was right around the big crash, just before the Great War. Oh, now people just laugh and mock me. Oh, God.
There you go. I saw some media.
Fucking Thomas the Tank Engine.
1973?
That was when Cash was little.
Yeah.
He liked Thomas. Man, that shit was
Brian
chill.
used to watch that.
Put you right to sleep. Anyway, they were laying in a low spot. The woman lays herself over her child, as is typical in a situation like that. The woman said that she saw a car, I believe it was their own vehicle, flying right at them. And so she tightened up for the impact, and it never happened. The little girl said, weren't they pretty? And the mother was like, what the fuck are you talking about, kid? Shut up. And the girl was like, didn't you see the butterfly people? And the girl claimed that, butterfly people deflected the vehicle somehow. She also said that, I don't know if it was this girl, but another report was that people witnessed these beings ferrying people up into the sky, I guess, who supposedly had died or something. I thought that was also interesting.
Man, I really like this topic. I'd never heard this before.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because it's just a weird one. It's not like a UFOs or Sasquatch. It's like a weirdly unique one.
It kind of reminds me of the Kentucky meat shower you did. It's just like
it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you don't hear a lot of repeated stories like that. Fucking meat falling out of the sky.
Fucking meat
It's
shower.
just that drunk lady.
It's that drunk lady getting vomited on by vultures. Vomiting vulture.
And some fucking Esquire guy coming out. What do you say? It was horse meat or something? I think. It was either horse meat or the meat of an infant.
An infant's lung or something? Yeah. It's like, are those things real similar?
How do you even know? Why do you know that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's, he's a professional. He sits around and tastes various meats blindfolded. So there's more of these things. There's quite a few of them. There's a deputy sheriff who found a 4-year-old boy in an open field east of Joplin.
Damn.
Without a scratch on him.
Damn.
The boy's home, where he started this event, was west of Joplin, near St. John's Hospital that got hit.
Son of a bitch.
And dude's like, okay, what are you doing out here, kid? I don't know. Maybe the sheriff was nice. And I was like, oh, where are you from? How do I get you home? Let's say he was nice.
All right.
Usually when sheriffs came to me as a kid, it was like, what are you doing here? Anyway, the boy replied that
this was an incident that happened repeatedly when Joseph was a kid. He would run into sheriffs and they'd be like, what are you doing here?
Get out of here.
Just looking at porn, I'm sorry.
Just drinking beer in the woods. Yeah.
Oh, learn about tornadoes.
The boy said that the angels picked him up and brought him there and set him down. Wow. It was like a 6-mile distance. So the kid would have had to cover 6 miles in, 38 minutes somehow.
Damn, dude.
If he was thrown through the air, he would have been beat up.
Yeah.
That makes me want to look this shit up on YouTube and just watch a news story or something about it, because I'm sure there is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I looked for, it seemed more like, had that kind of legend feel to it. You know, there was like news articles like St. Louis Dispatch and like Arkansas Gazette and stuff that, you know, is like legitimate news outlets. But they, you know, they mentioned the butterfly people and they maybe mentioned a story or two, but they didn't put the focus wasn't on the butterfly people aspect. The focus was on the strength of the community and how it took like, you know,
the circus.
Yeah, a Christian right-wing community, which is typically what we think of as like a divisional type mindset, and brought them together. They've more focused on that stuff, which is nice of them. But some of us are out here hungry for paranormal stuff.
Yeah. Care less about your community, dicks.
Tell us how that kid got in the field.
Yeah. How the fuck does that happen?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, angels.
And let me just say that, you know, I know you're skipping over some, you're not going to get to all this, but Joseph's got like 17 pages of these accounts, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe
I
not
just
that many,
skipped like 5 of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's multiple sightings or accounts of them, the butterfly people / angels. I find that in and of itself really interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's like a mass hysteria thing, which is like
Bullshit,
I
man.
don't
I don't believe in that shit.
Mass hysteria kind of doesn't it require everybody's in the same location witnessing the same experience
I don't know.
or something. I mean, I don't understand the mass hysteria. I feel like that's like a
I don't believe
I don't
in mass
understand
hysteria.
it. Let's call it this.
That's just what doctors used to say when a group of women got together and were upset.
Yeah, they're like give them vibrators
Back in
and
the
like
50s.
Kellogg's cornflakes and vibrators.
yeah. That's right. Is that what they like? Kellogg's cornflakes?
Wow.
Is that what that's it?
The creator of Kellogg's cornflakes was all about like sexual purity and stuff. It had something to do with like
What?
curing masturbation or something. Yeah, I'll have to Google the specifics. Yeah, y'all have
That's
never
a fucking topic.
heard about that?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
there's some weird thing between women's sexual health and Kellogg's cereal.
Oh, from the cornflakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're so plain that high sugar, exciting cereal makes people want to fuck or something like that.
Yeah, some weird like
For people who got sugar fetish
Yeah.
or something.
Give that bitch some cornflakes. Calm her ass down. Put the fire out.
Meanwhile,
What the
Freud's
fuck?
just sniffing coke and being like, "You just want to fuck your mom." What?
Okay, I got one more.
Okay.
The Morgan family. It's Clay and Melissa Morgan, Zoe who's 12, Emma who's 8, Eli who's 5, and Luke who's 4. They were huddled in the interior hallway of their house. I guess maybe they didn't have a basement, and the house fucking blew apart from the wind. And they couldn't find, I believe it was little Eli. Like everybody was accounted for, and they were looking around for Eli. They found Eli rolled up in a green carpet.
Wow.
And he was
Like
safe.
a burrito?
Yeah, that's specifically what they said, like a burrito.
Shit.
He was like rolled up, so they get him out of there. And he said that while he was in there, he saw a man with brown hair while he was in the carpet, I guess, during the event. And it's believed by some that some force had rolled him up in the carpet. The carpet itself, they didn't know where it came from. You know, I mean, I
Oh,
guess it could have
shit.
come from the neighbors, but
That's a lucky road.
Seems like a lot of work.
I'd keep that. Yeah. Rolling up a carpet at all is a lot of work.
It is a lot of fucking work.
so the community rebuilds and they get their shit together after a while. They were working on a mural project before the event to kind of brighten up the community to make it a more pleasant place to live. They had this dude from Lawrence, Kansas named Dave Lowenstein as a mural artist.
Yeah.
And, the community's together and they're like, hey, what should we do about this mural after the event? Somebody brought up the butterfly people thing. And there were 2 different takes on this meeting. One of them made Lowenstein kind of sound like, hey, yeah, that's kind of a cool idea, but I don't know if we can actually put butterfly people in there, but we could do like a butterfly theme because it resembles like a rebirth and everything, which all makes sense. But I found this one that I thought was funny was he supposedly was quoted as saying that this mural has nothing to do with butterfly people. We don't want our notion of butterflies pigeonholed by that story. Like he was upset about it or something. Is the way I got.
Wow.
Which I don't. It seems like a weird thing to be upset about.
Yeah.
It sounds like a butterfly person pissed him off at some point in his life, right?
Yeah.
That could be.
He was probably watching his fucking wife go out the window and was like, thank God. And then saw a butterfly person grab her and
bring her back,
wrap her in a mattress. And
well, yeah, if it was like a fairy or something, maybe he was like at a rave or something.
Whoa. We don't use that terminology anymore, okay?
Fae folk. I'm sorry. Fae folk. That's right.
That's better.
We like to identify ourselves as fae folk.
Ourselves.
We are fae folk, not fairies. Fairy is a derogatory term.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think that's it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn. That was a good one.
There have been didn't find any reports since this event of butterfly people. You know, there's the Mothman thing, which I think is unrelated.
Yeah, it's very
And the whole time,
dissimilar.
and you know, he supposedly shows up right before shit gets really bad, like as a bad omen. You know, not during an event saving people.
Yeah, there's red beady eyes
Yeah.
coming at you like a big blanket.
Yeah, the kids did like drawings and stuff of these creatures, and they essentially just look like a person with like bright colors in a wing shape around them.
Wow. This is a different creature, but wouldn't it be cool if Slenderman was really those Endermen from fucking Minecraft?
I think that's where they got the idea of the Enderman.
And like every time you catch one out of the corner of your eye, it's just like shoop. And
Yeah,
it goes it goes to some other dimension.
Yeah, and then when you look at him, he gets really mad.
Just starts beating the shit out of you.
He does that thing, his mouth opens up and he goes,
Wow.
That was pretty good. Can you imitate a ghast? Man, those things are awful. Like a crying baby and I don't know, explosions.
Oh, it sounds like your fingers rubbing on the outside of a inflated balloon.
We're now talking about Minecraft. That was a good episode, dude.
I love that fucking game.
Good topic.
Hell yeah, it was. I really like that.
So we agree.
Say it a second time.
That it was a good.
I agree with you, Eric.
Okay, so we agree.
That was a good topic.
Joseph, thoughts?
It's not easy being a narcissist, okay?
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
are you a narcissist?
Is it?
I just found out today I'm a narcissist.
Oh, damn.
What?
You
Wow.
should have used this, said that in your weekly review at the beginning of the episode or in the business meeting before the episode.
I'm not a narcissist.
Can I tangent on something that didn't have anything to do with the angel butterfly people?
Are we going to talk about Marvel Comics?
Nah.
And we're off on another tangent.
Joseph said something about Rick's auto sale or something like that. What is it?
Oh, Rick's Tire and Auto.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And talking about, you were talking about Pawn Stars, or not Pawn Stars, but the Pawn, is it Pawn Stars? What's the name of the show?
Yeah, Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
Pawn Stars. That sounds weird, though. Let's say it about 10 more times.
You were talking about that show, but I heard you talking about people arguing prices and a car repair shop, right? So that's where my brain went when you started talking about, because they were arguing prices on the show, but
Oh, yeah, I do not mean to say that you get argued with.
no,
At
bringing
that
that
place.
around,
Okay.
bringing it around full circle. I paid $300 essentially for an oil change this week, and
At
sounds
Ricky's?
like a lot,
Yeah.
doesn't it? No, it wasn't at Rick's.
Okay.
I had to have my. It's
a lot of oil.
I went to change my oil a few weeks back, and I have a canister oil filter, right?
Right.
So you take the canister off, and then there's a paper filter inside of it that you change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
it's not
It's
the
not the
metal
regular. No, it's not the regular oil
Oh,
filter.
fancy.
So I had to order a tool for it. And when I'm trying to change this oil filter with the tool fucking breaks. And I don't mean like, oh shit, the tool's broken. This is like a socket that's like, 2 inches
Oh, wow.
in diameter.
Oh, yeah, one of
and the teeth break off of it. And I'm like, fuck. And so I put it back on. I'm trying it again. The part where the ratchet hooks into it
Yeah.
broke and shattered. It shattered this
Oh.
cast fucking metal
That's
tool
why you
that I
don't
got.
buy your tools on Wish.
So I go up to O'Reilly's and I buy another one, and then I realize that the canister was also broke, which they say you don't want because it's expensive to replace. So I ordered one from Toyota and got it in. And then I get like these 480 channel locks. They're like the big channel locks, adjustable wrench.
Yeah.
And I put it on there and I'm fucking like, it's just busting apart. And I was like, fuck it. I got roadside assistance. I had it towed to Midas. They were like, okay, it's going to be $299 and that's including the oil change. I said, you're using my parts though, right? And they were like, yeah. So they used my canister, my oil filter, and my oil, and it was still $299.
Jesus.
I know.
Damn.
I was like, so when I went to pick it up, I was like, okay, you got to explain to me what the fuck you guys did. And they were like, we actually at one point didn't think we could get it off. He said we had to get an air hammer and just bust it to pieces and pick everything out of it in order to get it cleaned out enough to put the new one in.
God, I hope they got all the parts out.
I was like, how the fuck does that happen? They said, well, just whoever did the last oil change, wherever you took it. And I was like, I just bought it. So fucking Carvana.
Really could have used some of them fucking butterfly people then, huh?
Carvana did the oil change.
My thought was that it was a reverse thread or something. You know, you run into that reverse thread and you're like, why is it not right?
I even saw this little clip at the where it goes into the oil pan or whatever. I saw this clip like on the new gas cans and stuff where it clicks when you get it turned far enough. So I saw this clip and I was like, maybe I was supposed to be pulling on that. But no, it was just the fucking oil filter.
Jesus. Bring out the acetylene torch.
Yeah. It's $300 for an oil change.
Thanks, Carvana.
Yeah, no shit.
Carvana.
Okay, I'm done.
Cool. Well, I think that about wraps us up.
Have a good evening.
Have a good morning.
Have a good day.
Good eye, mate.